Hey guys, today I thought I'd try a new style of video where we kind of just go over some visual effects along with me just kind of talking about visual effects in general and everything. Now I do have the webcam back, so I know some of you guys were missing that, but let's go ahead and get started. You saw the final result at the beginning of the video, but today we're just going to be talking about how to make money inside of Blender or any other 3D program, so let's go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to be doing a money-inspired view effects shot just because I thought it'd be kind of accurate to what we're discussing today. Now one of the biggest ways to make money is to actually make assets inside of your 3D program. Now if you're a modeler and everything, assets are really nice for people to use and everything just because they don't want to do it themselves, they don't really know how, or they just don't have time. And so there are many sites. I use TurboSquid mostly. But there are lots of sites that you can do assets in and everything. But yeah, I use assets all the time. I mean, I don't think there's any shot that I do recently where I don't use one or two assets or anything. So it's just really nice for me to be able to just go out there and download some people's creations and just use them. Now there are some free ones out there that I use most of the time, but if you do want to make them paid or anything, people do pay a lot of money for them, depending on how high quality the assets are and everything. So it's very nice community also. They're very accepting. And it's not really that competitive depending on what assets you make and stuff, so there's definitely a market out there for it, so it's very fun. Now for this shot, I basically want the money to be on top of our hand. Let's see, to do that, let's go here, go to the movie clip editor, and then bring in, first of all, I just want to isolate this money, this dollar bill. Okay. So let's just quickly make a little rough mask. So yeah, so assets are really nice. Another thing that I was dabbling in early in my career was doing a VFX course or any type of course like that. It doesn't have to be visual effects related or anything. But those are really nice because those you can charge money for, and it's basically like a paid version of YouTube content. Depending on how professional you want the course to be, you can of course add whatever you want, but there are many sites out there that actually let you post your own courses and offer money and stuff like that. So that's another way that it's just really easy to, you know, get your name out there first of all, because if you do a course and it's well received, then you'll not only get money, but you also get your name out there, which is another big thing in any industry, creative industry that is. So that's one of the biggest reasons why some people do that. Now, like I said, I was trying to do that before. You got to know what you're talking about. You can't just be a beginner, because it will come off as you just trying to, you know, get some cash on the side and stuff. So you do have to know what you're talking about, but it's actually a pretty easy thing if you know what you're doing, and can be pretty nice in front of the camera and talk cleanly and everything. It's just a nice little thing to do. It doesn't take too long depending on how advanced you want the course to be and everything. Why did I put that on the mask? Whoops, that needs to go on the money. Whoops. But yeah, so courses and everything are just a real nice, easy way to make money. You can also do a live course. I know some people like to actually have students and stuff, and to actually, you know, have, you know, live interaction with some people. Now you do have to have some credentials, of course, for that, but that is just another way you can kind of market yourself and almost be like a teacher in that regards. Usually people break it up into chapters and everything just to discuss stuff, but yeah, that is just another way you can kind of do that. I'm trying to think for this shot right here. I have this set up. I do need to separate the hand, so to do that, let's try Luminance key. I wonder if that will work. But yeah, so classes and stuff like that, that's a real easy way to make money. Next thing that I would recommend people to dabble in a little bit is freelance work. Freelance work is always an option for many creative industries and stuff, and especially the visual effects and post production industry. You get a lot of people who don't really know what to do there, so they rely on people who do to actually get results and stuff. And so that's a big thing that many people look on. Like, I know Fiverr is pretty good. That's what I used. But also I think Upwork is another big freelance site. So there are many options and stuff. Freelance is can be a very rewarding thing, but again, you do have to have kind of your things out there, just because nobody's going to hire you if you don't have any work to show for it. So you can't just go out there and kind of, be like, hey, I do visual effects, pay me $40. You got to have stuff to show for it. So that's another big thing. It's just nice also because sometimes I get into a slump and I'm like, oh, what can I do? I can't think of any VFX ideas or anything. So then I'll get people who have a shot that they need to be done, and that'll just give me an idea of like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then I can use some of that inspiration for my own projects and stuff. Just basically gives you new ideas and stuff and keeps you. It's pretty fun too. So if you want to get paid and have fun as well, it's a nice little side gig. Now those I know different sites have different things, so I don't know for sure which site is the best, but I do think they take like a small portion out of what you're charging and stuff. But yeah, that's a real good income source if you can do it like as a side gig and stuff. It's real fun to do. So yep. Now this, let's see, I think that's it. Let's put this into the factor now. See that? See if that did it. Okay, there we go. Now, of course, the big one that everybody's probably waiting for is to actually get a job in the industry. Might be a surprise to some people, but that's a very reliable source, and what I would push most people to do and instead of freelance work, because freelance work, the thing about that is just it's so random and stuff, whether you get a job and stuff, whereas like if you go into a VFX house and stuff like that, you can almost have a guaranteed job. Now I will say the VFX industry, it's very different than probably what you're used to as a visual effects artist by yourself and stuff. It's a lot more cookie cutter, I would say. Now I'm sure there are some jobs where it's not like that. However, I have heard that it's mostly like that and stuff. But it's a very exciting industry and stuff. I'm actually going to college right now, not for visual effects, but for filmmaking in general. And so I'm looking into the industry and everything. So just pretty cool stuff there. Now, like any job, you always start at the bottom, kind of doing the crappy stuff, whether that be rotoscoping or anything like that. But actually, there's been a lot of improvements in the industry when it comes to that kind of stuff. I know there have been some new technology and everything that is coming out that looks pretty exciting, that they're using like on The Mandalorian and everything. So that's very exciting to be a visual effects artist. Now this, you'll have to learn a different program instead of Blender. It's Unreal, I think. But definitely something you should look into, since it is such a new technology. They're going to need a lot of jobs to fill those. But I'm pretty sure I'm finished with this shot. Let's just see, is 250 good enough? Okay, so my money actually disappears right there. Let's just go to 228. That sounds good. Like that. Let's just save the project in case it crashes. That's always a good thing to do. But yeah, those are the main things I would say to do if you're looking to make money inside of Blender or other 3D programs. There are always people out there looking for people that can do this kind of stuff. And then if you're really good at it, you'll get paid to do it. So that's just another bonus, you know, doing something you love and getting paid for it. So that's real nice. Let's go ahead and try to render out this animation, and we can talk some more. So yeah, I'm sure there are other ways to make money that I haven't mentioned. Like I said, there's many opportunities out there for Blender and other 3D programs and everything, and there are many different types of jobs too. It's not really you do everything in your job. It's most of the times it's like, okay, I'm a modeler, I can model out this thing, or I like to do texture work, I can do really good texture work and stuff like that. So it's really specialized in that regard. So really find something that you're passionate in and try to focus, you know, on that one thing. And then you'll start getting jobs and, you know, work your way up from there. But if you don't want to be that one speciality in the VFX workflow and everything, you can always do freelance work. That's another great thing about freelance work. You're pretty much your own person, your own business, so you can work yourself however long or however short you need. And you're also doing a much wider range of things, such as if you like modeling, shading, you know, compositing, all that stuff. You can do all of that inside of freelance, where you can't really do that inside of a visual effects company unless it's a very small company and stuff like that. Okay, so those are just some of my thoughts about the visual effects industry and how to make money. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If I missed anything big or anything, just let me know. I just thought I'd make this video since it's a very interesting topic, since it is such a weird thing to think about, getting paid for using a free program and everything. But it's really nice and really something you should look into if you are interested in any of that. Okay guys, so my render just finished. Let's go take a look at that real quick. Just to kind of show you what I did during this tutorial. And I wasn't really focusing on this, but that's a cool little effect right there. I could work with the mask a little bit on the hand and get rid of that white line and everything, but this is just a nice little visual effect shot. I know this wasn't really a tutorial, but if you are interested, here is my final node setup. Basically, I have a movie clip with a bit of color grading going into it. And then in this alpha over node, I'm basically just combining the two, the money and then the hand on top of each other and stuff. And then to get the money isolated, I just used a simple little mask and everything. And then next, that is plugged into another alpha over node, which is basically just the hand cut out. So if we just come over here, we can see that we have this little factor. Where did it go? Here it is. Yeah, so basically I just have this mask and this luminance key being combined, and that's cutting out the hand and everything. And then that's plugged into the factor, and then the movie clip is plugged on top so that we get that the hand on top as well. And just pretty simple compositing today, but it's just a very interesting topic I just wanted to talk about while I kind of teach you guys how to do some compositing and stuff. So like I said, here's the final node setup. Hopefully you guys can see all that. If you want to copy this and try it for yourself, links down in the description to all the files that I use. And also we have a Patreon and Discord. Links to those are also in the description. But anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.